Thank you for clicking on the video. My name is Brian. I'm a professional photographer, video content creator, and I asked for some questions from some of my clients, and they actually gave me quite a few really good questions to answer. So I'm gonna make a couple of these videos answering those questions and going through the topics. So the first question I wanted to answer was asked by Ashton. She asks, is it possible to do photography as a side gig in 2022? I've always loved taking photos and editing, but I've always just done it from my phone. Well, Ashton, that's a really good question. In my opinion, most people who do photography should do photography on the side. A lot of times whenever you take something that is a creative outlet and try to make it into a business or into a job, some people get burnt out because they realize, one, they don't love it as much as they thought they did.
You should be happy making videos, never making a dime off of it, as if you're like playing basketball in the park. And if you're getting burnt out playing basketball in the park, it's probably not going to be a great idea to try to become a professional basketball player. Same thing with creating videos.
Or two, they don't actually know how to run a business on the back end. They don't know how to grow a business, market a business, be able to bring enough clients in to make enough money to be able to sustain themselves, support their family, that sort of thing, doing it full time. I really honestly think that a lot of people who are trying to do this sort of thing full time can, yes, it's something you can learn, but some people just are not made to run their own business. I have that in me. I've always had that in me. That's what I've wanted to do forever since I was a little tiny kid. I've never wanted to work for anybody else. I always wanted to do my own thing. And if I didn't have like this burning desire to work for myself, creatively control what I make and be able to put what's in my head out into the world, then I wouldn't have pursued this full time. So in that regard, most people probably should be doing this as a side gig. On the other hand though, is it possible to do this as a side gig? It's possible to do anything as a side gig, especially in 2022. I know there's the whole argument of there's an oversaturation of the market and there's not enough clients for everyone, and that's just not true. Anyone who is getting married needs a photographer. Anyone who is graduating high school needs a photographer. Anyone who's having a baby typically has maternity photos and then newborn photos shot, which need a photographer. Any business that needs advertisement material, whether that's online or physical, they need photos, they need videos. There's never been a time better than now to be a content creator who has those skills to be able to offer these different people and businesses. So on that hand, I would argue this is the best time ever to do something like this on the side. Make a little bit of extra money. If you're doing this on the side and you want to keep it on the side, make sure you don't take on too much and get overwhelmed, which can kind of take the fun out of it for you. Make sure you're doing things you actually want to take on. Give yourself like a 6-month time frame to learn the camera, what you like to shoot, what you don't like to shoot, and then start shooting that. Take stuff that you actually genuinely want to make, start putting it out there. Make a page, start posting the things that you love to make. People gravitate towards people who are passionate about what they're doing. So if you are really passionate about what you're doing, you love to take pictures of butterflies. If butterflies is your thing, that is just what you do. Nothing else but butterflies. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's an off-the-wall example. There are people who are going to buy prints, if they are good enough, of those butterflies and hang them in their house. Some people are really into street photography, old cars. That's a couple examples of things that you could do that don't even have to do with you having a client relationship and having that whole different aspect to your business, because that is a whole different world. To make a little bit of extra money, keep the passion alive for what you have already doing it. These skills are never going to go out of style. It's always going to be in demand. But in my opinion, there's never been a better time to make a side hustle. Ashton, I hope I answered your question to a satisfactory level. Thank you for asking the question. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate any and all support given my way. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.